Welcome to the beautiful city of Bath for a very special Superstars. The class of 2012 features 16 of our Olympic heroes as we relive that incredible summer of magic. At London 2012, Team GB won a record-breaking 65 Olympic medals and the hearts of a nation. So we have 8 men and 8 women gathered to do battle for the biggest prize in sport. They're putting their bodies and their reputations on the line to find out just who is the best all-round athlete. Let's meet our Superstars 2012.
And the silver to Christine O'Hourigu. Helen Glover, we stand up and we salute you. You little beauty. And Armitstead gets silver. Laurel Bentajana.
Nicola Radu has just made sporting history.
Gemma Gibbons will win a medal. Catherine Granger is the Olympic champion.
Alistair Brownlee is the Olympic triathlon champion. Jonathan comes home for bronze.
Peter Wilson has done it. He has won gold.
Anthony Joshua is the Olympic super heavyweight champion.
Robbie Gravars, and it is bronze for Britain. Britain, the Olympic champion, once more. And Michael Jameson, what a brilliant swim that was. Mo Farah for Great Britain, it's gold!
It's a kaleidoscope of sporting talent. That's your lineup. These are the rules. 8 men, 8 women, 8 events. We pull each athlete out of 2 events, but they all have to suffer the Superstars gym tests, and they're all in the starting lineup for the 100 metres. And that is your curtain raiser. So welcome to the Sports Village at the University of Bath, and a rainy welcome to our athletics expert, Denise Lewis. Denise, we're starting with the blue ribbon event, the 100 metres. What are we looking for here?
Well, I'm really excited about this event. I mean, we've got some athletes that haven't done this 100 metres since they've been at school, but it promises to be a good one, full of drama.
But it's actually quite surprisingly a technical event, isn't it? You can break it up in 3 parts, and that start's going to be so interesting because they're using starting blocks.
Starting blocks for the first time, a lot of them. The start is crucial. That can really make your race. And then we can look at the pickup phase, the acceleration. And this is where we'll see a lot of the power coming through, hopefully. And then it's holding that form all the way to the line, keeping that tension out the shoulders and just going for it.
And I guess getting rid of as well any nerves, any tension, as you mentioned, they may have about the event as a whole. So let's get down to our roving reporter, Ewan Thomas.
Boys, come round a minute. They don't need any help there, sir.
Yeah, we do.
Now listen, Mo, you 3 are obviously the runners, the endurance base. Start with you, Mo. You're the golden boy of British sport. There's a lot of people out here to watch. People at home are watching this. They're going to expect you to run fast. I know it's only 100 metres, but those little legs, come on.
They need to start moving fast for all of us. We were used to running like, what, 62 seconds a lap, and these guys are slightly a little bit slower for their 10K. So we're going to try and move faster today, but still having fun and we'll see what we can do, I guess.
But Alistair, technique-wise, you're a good runner, aren't you? So once you're up to speed, surely you'll be all right?
I think so, but I get up to speed at about 110 metres, I think, so it's not much good for me.
And obviously, this whole competition is going to be tight, it's going to be tough, but little brother here, you've got to get one over on him, surely.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to do everything I can to try and beat him today.
Now, Johnny, when you chatted yesterday, you said to me, you basically said, I don't mind if I'm 7th as long as he's 8th. It's all about beating your brother, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I thought we'd be next to each other, and I'm a bit gutted that we're a bit apart, so I can't play mind games with him. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who can sprint the fastest, but I don't think it'll be any of us three who are going to win today. There'll be some fast twitch out there.
So the heavyweight boys, notice I'm jumping around to be the same height. Anthony, start with you. Now listen, you're a powerful man. It's got to suit you the 100 metres, surely.
It's perfect for me. I'm feeling good. I've got my main 2 rivals on the side of me. Apparently, Pete's been in Dubai at a training camp for this. That's what he's been telling me.
Pete, come on.
Lie. That is a huge lie. Don't listen to him. You're a liar. No, I am terrified.
You're used to standing still, aren't you? A bit of rotation. What's all this about?
My sport is perfected standing still as possible. So this is alien, and as I said, yeah, I am petrified.
Well, here is the lineup for the 100 metres. Andy Triggs-Hodge right on the inside, then Michael Jamieson, Alistair Brownlee, Mo Farah, Jonathan Brownlee, Anthony Joshua, Robbie Gravarts, and finally Peter Wilson. All of our superstars have obviously got to take part in this event.
Best of luck.
And they're going to be sent on their way by the #1 track and field starter in the world, Alan Bell. Little twitch on the blocks there by Robbie Gravarts. He gets away well, though. The Olympic bronze medalist in the high jump is flying. But look at Anthony Joshua coming through. His long legs bringing him victory. Anthony Joshua, Robbie Gravarts, then Mo Farah. Oh, wow, and poor old Andy Triggs-Hodge there, way, way back in 8th place. But delight for the big man. 10 big points in the first event. Well, all eyes at this moment were on Mo Farah, 5 and 10,000 metre gold medalist. But all the action was happening nearer the main stand, where Anthony Joshua just nipped ahead of Robbie Gravarts to take it. Good victory, and smiles all round for our Olympic super heavyweight boxer. There's the result. Anthony Joshua wins it 11.53. Robbie Gravarts in 2nd place, Mo Farah in 3rd, and poor old Andy Triggs-Hodge there, way down in 8th place.
Anthony, big unit that you are, you steamed it.
I didn't steam it, this is my competition. He spurred me on. #2 spurred me on, he's great, and you know, I might have found a new career in running.
Nice little smile through the line. You had that before the line, you knew you'd won it.
It's that feeling when you put in that last bit. Dug deep, man, he's a good runner, he pushed me, so you always have that last bit in the tank, do you know what I mean, to give some. So.
And how does it feel? First event out the way, the nerves have gone, you've got maximum points on the board, you're the man to shoot at now.
Consistency, that's all it is. Keep on coming first. You know, it's an all-round tournament and I really want to win it.
You reckon you can do it?
I reckon I can.
I'll tell you what, I'm not arguing with you. Good luck.
Thank you.
We're not going to beat about the bush. These aren't conditions for record-breaking 100-metre running. But Anthony Joshua, with dry conditions, where could he have gone? 11.53. How explosive was that start?
He was brilliant, and I think in the right conditions he would have gone sub 11 seconds for sure. I mean, that event played to his strengths. Power, acceleration. I think once he was into his running, it was going to be difficult for anyone to catch him, even Mo Farah.
The first event of Superstars. Nerves?
Yeah. Very nervous and very cold.
And what about the 100 metres? Have you done it before?
No, and I'm thinking, why did I say yes to this?
Really?
Right now? No.
But you're a powerful runner.
I'm not quick. Well, we'll find out.
And what about any judo technique? Going to help you here? Fast twitch fibres?
I wish I'd done a bit more running in my career, but we'll have to see what I can do.
But you're all fit, and the reason I'm coming to you last is talking about fit and ready. Spikes, madam. You're the Christine over there isn't wearing spikes. Does this mean you're good?
Oh yeah. No. We'll soon find out, won't we? She's been giving a chat all morning.
But jokes aside, you're all getting on well, but it is serious, yeah? When that gun goes, I want to see some fierce battles, yeah?
It's going to be ruthless.
Okay. Good luck, ladies.
Thank you.
Christine, you're smiling, but you're blatantly the favourite for this.
Yeah, I mean, favourite, but I still got to run. I mean, I'm treating this as a competition.
But you've been so nice. You've been helping all your rivals. I've watched you helping them set the blocks up. What's all that about?
No, I think they've not. You know, it looks quite daunting having to use blocks. So just to get them started, I mean, you know, and I gave them some tips on how to run. I mean, it's all. Hopefully, they'll help me on something that I need help on.
I don't think they will.
Well, Christine will get serious in just a moment. There's the lineup: Catherine Granger, Lizzie Armistead, Nicola Adams, then Christine, Jade Jones, Laura Bechtolsheimer, Helen Glover, and finally Jebba Gibbons.
Come on, ladies, we can do this.
Well, showing all the experience of the former Olympic 400-metre title that she took so brilliantly. Christina Hurugu just settling into her block. Starts here as the favourite for this first women's event. Terrible conditions. And they're all away cleanly, and Christina Hurugu's long legs just carrying her out there into an easy lead. Laura Bechtolsheimer's going well in second place, but Christina Hurugu, it is that tears up the track and brings it home in first place. Jade Jones it was who took third place, just behind Laura. Well, she is such an elegant yet deceptively powerful athlete. Nicola Adams there in the yellow, just fading a little bit towards the end. But there's our 100-metre champion. Smiles all round for Christina Hurugu. Absolutely brilliant.
And all the places and times confirmed. Christy winning in 13.10 ahead of Laura Bechtelsheimer. Jade Jones in third. Catherine Granger down there in 8th place.
Christine, that was like a stride. I've known you a long time. You were just relaxing.
Oh, I didn't want to have too much of a distance.
Was it all right? You felt good?
It was fine.
Are you ready for the next event, though? Has it taken too much out of you for your archery?
No, I'm good to go. Always good to go.
So we are underway. What 100 metres to get us started. Those ladies did themselves proud. No surprise, Christina Horrigu coming in first, looking easy. But second place, running under 14 seconds, Laura Bechtelsheimer. Where did that come from?
Wasn't she good? She got out well and just kept relaxed. So she clearly has been doing some training, I think.
Well, I had a little chat with her last night. She was being very, very modest, but I think she could be an all-rounder, as I think will Jade Jones be. Coming in third there, looking confident, looking strong. Could be one to watch out for in the 800.
Could be one to watch out for. Again, you'd think that she's done some endurance work, but these girls are keeping their cards very close to their chest. So I don't know what's going to happen, but what a great start.
So Anthony Joshua and Christina Horrigu, the early leaders with maximum points after the 100 metres. But it's time now to switch from pace and power to pure precision. It's time for the archery.
Nicola, one event out the way. Nice little 100-metre dash. This is different, though. Look at this set. That's nerve-wracking.
Oh, this looks pretty cool, actually. I'm looking forward to this one.
No nerves at all? Everyone's watching. The spotlight's going to be on you.
I'm feeling pretty confident. I did pretty good in practice, so, you know, I'm feeling good about this one.
Well, Nicola certainly looks very relaxed, and she's going to get a good reception from the crowd here. A totally different thing, just lining yourself up in front of that target and competing in front of so many thousands of people in the Olympic Games, where of course she won the women's boxing title, the very first women's Olympic boxing champion in history. Not a bad start, steady. That scores 7. All the other competitors waiting. There's Christina Horrigu, winner of the 100 metres in the background. A little better. Creeping closer and closer to the gold. I think she likes these pressure situations, does Nicola? What a great shot there. Looks relaxed. Oh, went a little bit astray on that one. Just scores 7, but nevertheless, this is good scoring. It certainly looks as though Nicola's going to rack up a good total here. So she goes into the lead, 41 points. That is going to be tough to beat. Well, Lizzie Armistead has sprayed her arrows all over the target coming into her last shot, and 32 her points total. Gemma Gibbons, of course, who scored highly in the 100 metres. She was on 28 going into the last arrow, and scored quite well, moving up to 36 points and second place overall. So here goes Christina Horrigu. What a career she's had. Olympic champion, world champion, and this time, of course, an Olympic silver medal. That was a bit wild, but scores 5. Nicola Adams, of course, clearly in the lead with that good total of 41 points. Christine just having a little bit of trouble there. Getting the arrow in the right position. Looks a bit tense. It's always interesting putting these athletes outside of their comfort zone, being watched by the great Mo Farah. That was better. You can almost feel the tension in the hall here. And Christine on 13 points. 3 arrows to go. Well, she is not wasting any time loosing that arrow. Coming on to 4 now. 21 points. Needs 2 bullseyes if she's going to equal Nicola. Oh, look at that! That scores 9. So she can't win it, but she could move into second place. 30 points in total with 1 arrow to go. Oh my goodness! That was on its way down to Bristol, I think. But at least we know who our winner is. Christina Horrigu scores 30 points altogether. Nicola Adams, certainly #1 in the archery. Gemma Gibbons in second place, and Lizzie Armistead, she got 3rd.
Christine, that last one.
That really stung because I really felt that I could have gotten a good score.
We only had to get like a 7 to have got second place.
I know. I'm not very happy with that.
Well, you're doing all right, consistently all right, don't worry. It's 2 events out of the way. You've won one and you've come 4th in the other.
Last.
All right, last. Wasn't quite enough. Nicola, was enough for you, though. Fantastic. Maximum points.
Yeah, I had to win somewhere.
You think that's the only event you win? You've not got something in your locker for later on?
Yeah, maybe, possibly the gym test. I think I should be pretty good at that, but you never know, do you?
Well done. That's a great result.
Thank you.
Despite her final arrow, Christine stays at the top of the leaderboard with Nicola just 3 points behind her in second. Gemma moves up from 5th to 3rd. So we pull our athletes out of 2 events each, including the event that's either their own or the one closest to it, which means, Pete Wilson, no archery for you today. The ladies' competition, though, something of a surprise to quite a lot of people around here, that Nicola Adams had so much focus, so much precision.
Yeah, she was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing, considering she had such little practice coming into this. So, no, well done to her.
Is it easy then to pick out which sports are going to be good? Because she's got such a dynamic sport that, you know, is so high octane. One necessarily wouldn't think that that would make you a good archery expert.
I think everyone here is just such incredible athletes across the board. I mean, look at Anthony Joshua. He blitzed the 100 metres. That was incredible, absolutely incredible.
You want to talk about the 100 metres?
I would love to talk about the 100 metres. I am so chuffed, so chuffed.
You didn't come last. You didn't come second to last. You beat Alistair Brownlee.
I came 3rd last, which I am so pleased about. I'm so stoked.
Now listen, the guys taking part in the archery, looking at them now, who would you say is going to finish top of the tree?
It's so difficult. They've had such little time to practice, as I said, and it is a mental game. I would put it down as... I'm going to put it down as Mo Farah. I'm going to put it down as Mo. I've changed from earlier, having talked about it with you briefly, and that's just because I haven't seen him compete, but apparently someone said to me earlier he was fairly good. He was fairly handy with the bow.
A bit destroyed about coming 3rd in the 100 metres.
Yeah, I don't think he was too happy about that.
No.
So I think he might be a bit of a devil here.
Okay.
I think we could see quite an interesting lineup.
See. You and Thomas is with the chaps now.
Thanks, Gabby. Right, Mo, I don't know if you heard that, but Pete up there has singled you out as the man for this archery.
I'm not sure about that, mate. He's so good in practice, but you've got to put it in here. So I reckon the Brownies boys have got a good shot too.
I mean, you're all here because you're amazing athletes, but you have got something good up there, aren't you? You can control the nerves. Yeah, I know you.
I'm very laid back, so I don't know if that will help, but we'll see.
He's a steely competitor as well. Alistair Brownlee scored pretty well, moving up to 42 points with his last arrow, which scored 8. Then his brother, Johnny Brownlee, was some way behind. Could only score 4 with his last arrow, so that was only 35 points. Huge reception for the double Olympic champion. And as soon as the competition starts, all the joking and laughing just finishes. And Mo just having a bit of a problem there, just as Christina Hurigu did when she started warming up. First arrow for Mo. Not bad, 8 points. Knows he needs to do a little bit better. Alistair Brownlee it is, who's still in the lead with 42, but 9 there, just squeezed into the 9. Arrow number 3 for Mo. Just a little bit wide. Needs to get something close to the gold. 4th attempt for Mo Farah. Straight into the middle. Archers know that is called the spider. Dead center. Last arrow needs a 9 to go into the lead and just gets it. He goes into the lead by 1, 43 points. Michael Jamieson now, what a score he's got to beat. 43 points by Mo Farah. Alistair Brownlee, 42 in second place. Those two guys really did compete well. So Michael, first arrow. Hard it goes, drives into the target. That is a 9 to start with. A little confident smile there for Michael Jamieson. Draws the bow back slowly. Good release. 9 points again, 2 9s in a row. Well, he's certainly getting his eye in. If he keeps on at this sort of rate, he's going to go into the lead. Oh, he's getting better. That is a 10, right in the heart of the gold. So 9-9 and a 10 so far with his first 3 arrows. And another one, almost matching Mo Farah with his 4th arrow. So 38 points already, just needs 6 to go into the lead, and at this rate, he's going to amass a big total here. 46 points altogether. That was his lowest scoring arrow. But Michael Jamieson wins the archery comfortably, 46 points ahead of Mo Farah, and then the Brownlee brothers in 3rd and 4th place.
Well, you're in yellow, but clearly should be green. Right, Robin Hood, 46.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of beginner's luck there. Definitely wasn't producing that sort of form on the warm-up arena, so yeah, a bit different doing it down here. There's a bit more pressure, and yeah, I was shaking like a leaf up there, so I'm not sure where that came from.
Well, I can tell you, not only did you win that event, you've actually equalled the Superstars record, which was Tony Underwood back in the day, so awesome.
Oh, nice one, yeah, happy about that. This was a bit of a bonus event. I didn't expect to pick up any points here, but nah, all good fun, and you know, the rest of the guys were pretty good beforehand, so definitely beginner's luck there.
Sharpshooter Michael moves into 1st overall thanks to his record-equalling performance, and Mo's Spider helps him move into 2nd place. Still to come on Superstars 2012, someone gets a soaking in the kayak. The Brownlees renew their sibling rivalry on the track over 800 metres. And there's some serious sinew straining in the dreaded Superstars gym tests. Time for the kayak now, and there's a bit of a twist in the tale in this event. Denise, what's the story?
For this year's kayak event, we've decided to add a little bit more jeopardy. Well, after all, it is an Olympic year. Our superstars will have to make their way around the 2 buoys, making a figure of 8, and then head back down towards the finishing line. The fastest 2 times will make it through to the final. This is not only about speed, but it's about rhythm.
Well, it's almost time for the men to start paddling their little hearts out. We've got another of our gold medal-winning rowers here who's not going to count, but you are taking part. Explain, Andy Triggs-Hodge.
So, yeah, Johnny doesn't have a competitor in this race, so I've been asked to step forward and play the role of that rabbit that he's going to aim to catch. So hopefully I can fulfil that role and stay in front of him, but he's been pretty fast in the training, so we'll see what he can do.
That comes a little later. Our first heat is Alistair Brownlee, who's up against Michael Jamieson. And Alan Bell getting proceedings underway. And as this first heat started, all the competitors knew it was the fastest time that would take them through to the final. And Alistair Brownlee it was who showed first. And Michael Jamieson, as he tried to make that first turn, capsized. So that was the end of his challenge. Disappointment for the current leader. And Alistair Brownlee it was who was coming away in a superb time of 54.71. Next up, it was Johnny Brownlee, who is up against Andy Triggs-Hodge, who would act as his heir. And in the end, it was Johnny Brownlee who was comfortably round that first turn in first place. Andy Triggs-Hodge, of course, excluded from this event, determined to make the final alongside his brother, who'd already set the standard at 54.71 seconds. And it certainly looked as though Johnny Brownlee was headed for the final too. 59 seconds dead. Andy Triggs-Hodge taking a bow.
Well, guys, you are the last heat. I'm buzzing for you because I can tell you, if you can go under a minute, then you'll make that final. Is that possible? Is it possible?
Everything is possible. This man's going down, I'm telling you.
Well, you may say that, but listen, already today you've taken a scalp in a running event of an Olympic champion. You took one of the Brownlee brothers, you schooled him on that 100 metres. Can you take out Mo in the water?
I'm ready for you, Mo. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. We're going to do this. It's on like Donkey Kong, my friend.
Well, there was certainly a good bit of banter there right at the start for Peter Wilson and Mo Farah. Mo Farah got away to a dreadful start, going round in circles. Couldn't really make it over the start line. Peter Wilson must have been safe in the knowledge that providing he kept going at a reasonable pace, he had a chance of qualifying for the final. The crowd were loving this. Poor old Mo Farah was still going round in circles. Peter Wilson went right off course as he was heading towards the last turn, trying to get on dry land. I'm not sure that was in the rules. And Peter, by now, knew his chance of qualifying for the final had gone totally. But the Mobot was what everybody was watching at this point. Peter Wilson back on course, winning this heat, but not doing enough. 1:33 was his time, well outside qualifying. Meanwhile, the Mo Farah saga continued, still having problems with getting that boat to go in the right direction. Everybody was cheering the great runner. And Mo himself was having a bit of a laugh. He did finish eventually, well outside 3 minutes. But you got the impression there was a little private battle going on as well between Peter Wilson and Mo Farah. There is the result leading into the final. Alistair Brownlee is going to find himself up against his brother, Johnny. Peter Wilson, Mo Farah and Michael Jamieson in 3rd, 4th and 5th. And so it was over to the women. Our first heat featured Jade Jones up against Christina Huruguu. And when Alan Bell got them underway, it was Christina Huruguu who didn't get away to a particularly good start. Jade Jones was a little bit faster. And Christina Huruguu eventually getting things on track as Jade Jones made the first turn. And Jade at this point was comfortably ahead. Christina Huruguu laughing all the way, as are her fellow teammates from the sidelines, just wishing that she finishes without taking a ducking, and are glad that it's not them in there. Jade Jones it was who came away towards the finishing line, eventually finishing in 1:35.63, and Christina Huruguu was all over the place at this point. And Jade Jones heading towards the great 400-metre runner, almost ramming her, and at this point Christina Huruguu thinking dry land is definitely the best place for me.
Jade, I'll be honest, that wasn't pretty. It was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really tough. It's harder than it looks, and hard to like coordinate yourself, and it's really hard, isn't it?
The good news is you had crossed the line before you kind of capsized, so
Did I?
yeah, so it's all good, all good.
Okay.
Well, next up it was Nicola Adams who went up against Gemma Gibbons to try and fight for a final place. After the start it was very close to the first turn. Nicola Adams was just in the lead, but finding steering a little bit difficult. Gemma Gibbons eventually got back on track too, but she almost came a cropper. And eventually Nicola Adams made the turn first, trying to beat the time of Jade Jones, 1:35.63. In the end, she was just outside of that, with a time of round about 1:40. Almost crossing the line backwards there. And our final matchup in the heats was Lizzie Armistead up against Laura Bechtolsheimer. So Lizzie Armistead, nearest the camera, neck and neck with Laura. And all to go for. The leading time so far, 1:35.63, still held by Jade Jones from that first heat. But by the time both competitors made the last turn, two things were certain. It was very fast, especially for Laura, who crossed the line first, but also Lizzie may have gone round the course the wrong way. There would be an inquiry.
So I've just had an official word from our referee here at Superstars, and unfortunately it's not great news. Lizzie, you went the wrong way around the buoy.
You're joking me?
You've been disqualified.
Which boy did I go around wrong?
It was the final buoy, I believe. You turned the wrong way.
Devastated, I can't believe it.
I'm really sorry to be the one to bring you that bad news.
Well, it certainly was a controversial disqualification, which meant Lizzie finished down in 6th place. But our finalists, Laura and Jade Jones. And Laura going into the final up against Jade with by far and away the best time we've seen so far. So Laura gets it underway nearest the camera. She was the only athlete getting close to the 1 minute barrier. And already Jade Jones going awry. So Laura making that first turn, still looking a little bit nervous. They've had a little while in these paddle boats now to get used to them, to get used to the course as well. But for some reason, Jade Jones is all over the place. And Laura coming away to what could be a maximum 10 points for her. And as Laura makes no mistake with that last turn, she's headed towards 10 points and victory, and certainly enjoying herself in the water, getting better and better as time went on. Lovely moment. And there we are, second place for Jade Jones, and a big, big smile as always. Well done.
That paddle from Laura moves her to the top of the leaderboard, equal on points with Christine, but she's competed in one less event. And keep an eye on Jade, now up to 5th.
You said before that was the one event you could win it, and you've done it.
I had no idea before I got in the kayak that this was going to be my event, but thank God for kayaking.
But both in the heats and the final, you were very consistent. You kept it straight. You're really good.
It must be sort of balance from riding or something, I don't know, but yes, 10 points. It's going to be the only one I get 10 points in.
Well,
so
well done. You have done very well indeed.
Well, how's this for a matchup in the final of the men's competition? Alistair Brownlee up against his brother Johnny. Alistair nearest the camera. Olympic champion up against world champion in triathlon. What a pairing they are. Certainly when it comes to competition, they each want to beat each other, and they support each other so well too during training and competition on the road, on the bike and in the swimming pool. But Alistair really blasting down this lane. Johnny desperately trying to stay in touch. One more turn to make. Alistair there just adjusting which way he goes around that final buoy. Maybe a problem on the far side for Johnny. Oh, he's stuck and he's under. That will mean disqualification, and that means maximum points for Alistair Brownlee. He knows it. That really has put one over on his brother.
Not only did you beat your little brother, he got a soaking as well.
I know. I think I messed up coming back here, and I thought, I'd screwed it all up. And then I heard the massive cheer and looked round and thought I'd seen it falling over, so...
Johnny, without stirring it up, the grin on his face when you went in the water, that's out of order, surely.
That is a bit out of order. I was in the same, though. But yeah, I messed up that buoy a little bit. I went around the wrong side of it. There's no going back then.
So Alistair's now only 1 point behind Michael after the Scotsman's unexpected ducking, in equal second with Mo. Well, just proving that we are filming this in England, and the weather is absolutely teeming. It's horrid, and the 800 metres is horrible anyway. You used to run it, of course, at the end of the heptathlon. It always looked like an absolute pain.
You've summed it up nicely, Gabby. It was awful. You know, it's more like a long-distance sprint. You know, you've got to go out confidently, but the important thing is really to leave something in the tank that you can actually bring it home and not really suffer too much. But it's going to be tough in these conditions.
Well, it is, because they don't really know, do they, these non-runners, how to gauge themselves and, you know, what is pacing for an 800 metres. Would you advise them to stick close, stick on each other's shoulders?
I think definitely the girls, because it's so hard to call who might actually have the edge. I think their best bet is to run as a pack and then really run 200 metres from home, maybe just go for it.
Now, we saw, of course, Laura surprise all in the 100 metres. Do you think she's got it for the 800?
See, I really do fancy Laura for this. You know, she seems to be quite confident. She's keeping the cards really close to her chest, but I do think she might have something in the tank. I think the events that tend to lend themselves to running a decent 800 are the ones with a bit of endurance, but also a crossover with a bit of speed as well.
OK, let's see. Ewan is with them now.
So, Laura, another running event, and you surprised a few people in that 100 metres. So the 800, your stamina good?
Sadly, not as much, but I was secretly hoping to do quite well in the 100s, because I did a bit of that when I was younger, but 800s is not so much fun, I don't think.
So what's your tactic in this?
Good question. Run as fast as I can for as long as I can, and then try not to throw up at the end.
Just dream you got your horse with you when it starts to hurt, and just take yourself somewhere nice. There's someone who needs to go somewhere nice. Sorry to remind you, Catherine, but no points as of yet.
Are you suggesting somewhere nice as in leave the country? Is that what
I
you're saying?
want to see you on that leaderboard.
I would love
You've
to be
scored
on
nothing.
it. Well, I've tried to get a point, but, you know, the track's not been my friend so far. You never know. Maybe the 800 will just become my distance.
The conditions are going to be absolutely brutal. There's the lineup. Catherine Granger, Lizzie Armistead, Nicola Adams, Jade Jones, Laura Bechtold-Scheimer, and finally Helen Glover. There are 6 very nervous athletes underway now. Catherine Granger right on the inside. The first 100 metres or so have got to be run in lanes. Then they break for the inside. And already, Jade Jones way ahead of everybody else. Nicola Adams right in the centre. Helen Glover it is who's chasing Jade Jones at the moment, and they've set off at quite a pace. These two are certainly stretching away through the first 200 metres. Nicola Adams just in third place at the moment. But there's about a 5-metre gap between second and third. Catherine Granger, the tall figure there in the blue. And as they come through to take the bell, Jade Jones it is, the Taekwondo specialist, looking very bouncy, on her toes, and looking comfortable too. They've gone through in around 74 seconds. This is good. All the men, they'll have their chance in just a minute. Christina Hurigu is there too, who of course has been prevented from competing in this event. And Helen Glover, for the first time, takes the lead. She strode past Jade Jones, adjusting her vest there, but she looks full of running, does Helen Glover. Jade Jones keeping good pace ahead of the third place athlete, and Lizzie Armistead in fourth place. Catherine Granger back in fifth. And poor old Laura is really struggling at the back of the field. It hurts, but not for Helen Glover. She's stretched away from Jade Jones now, and Lizzie Armistead has moved through into third place, so good points for Lizzie Armistead. But Helen Glover it is who'll come through to take victory, and the time 2:24.77. Helen Glover, the best 800-metre runner on display. Jade Jones in second place. Good points for her too. And then Lizzie Armistead comes through. Catherine Granger, her best result so far, ahead of Nicola Adams. Very good points for Helen Glover. And there is Laura Bechtold-Scheimer, really suffering back in sixth place. That was hard. Well, Helen Glover took the lead with 300 metres to go, and she looked absolutely superb for the remainder of that lap. Maximum points, her first victory in Superstars. There's the result, 2:24.77 confirmed for Helen, plus the 10 points. Jade Jones in second, Lizzie in third.
Now, I've read up on you. You were a good runner as a junior, weren't you? So.
Yeah, I did, like when I was really young, did some international cross countries. But I haven't run for a long time, so I really enjoyed that. I can't remember the last time I actually went running, you know, so it was really nice to get out of there.
Tactically, you were really good because you sat on Jade's shoulder, you bided your time, and then literally down the back straight second lap, your stride limp just opened up, and you look like a proper runner.
Well, it's because I had no idea how to pace the first lap because I haven't done it so long. So I was like, oh, Jade's gone out fast, so I'll just kind of jog along behind, and I thought, yeah, I may as well just kind of go early.
So at the halfway stage, 3 ladies are on 19 points, although Laura and Jade have competed in less events than Nicola, and Helen has started a charge up the leaderboard. Helen Glover in that 800 metres left the field standing.
She was brilliant, and I said this race was going to be about tactics, about confidence, and Helen had the package. She set her stall, and literally kept her form going. You could have run it one of two ways. You could have stayed in the pack and kind of just gone for that big sprint finish, but not Helen. She was confident, determined, and great form.
Your other pick, Laura B. How does somebody run 100 metres as she did, and then the 800 metres not so?
I think she needed a horse, don't you reckon? She clearly wasn't up for that. She wasn't feeling it, and wow.
Just shows you the difference with the endurance. Speaking of which, it's the men's race next. No Mo Farah, but of course it is Brownlee versus Brownlee.
Thanks, Gabby. Well, I'm with the brothers right now. You are the two men who are going to be chased. Johnny, this is your ball game, isn't it? 800 metres.
Well, it's slightly more favourable to us. It's a bit more endurance event. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a long time since I've run 800 metres, but it's cold out here and we've got good support. It should be good, but yeah, everyone keeps surprising me. Michael surprised me in the archery, so we'll see.
What about the crowd? I mean, the weather's not great. Do you hear that? Brownlee's give us away. If they love you, Alistair, what's it like having that support?
It's brilliant, isn't it, having all these people here? It's absolutely terrible day here in Bath, and it's fantastic to see so many people out to watch us run 800 metres terribly.
The terraces are absolutely packed for this 800 metres. There's the lineup. Jameson, Triggs, Hodge, then the two Branley brothers, Joshua, Grabars, and finally Peter Wilson. There certainly is a good atmosphere here. Away we go. Well, the two Branley brothers have gone off very quickly indeed.
Mo, who's your money on?
Oh, definitely the Branley brothers, because they're more experienced than anything else, and as long as they pace themselves, they definitely 1 and 2 for sure, but it just depends who's going to finish third.
I mean, already in the first sort of 120 metres, they're already out.
Oh yeah, they're taken out, as you can see. Single file, really.
Well, it's Johnny Branley who's making the pace at the moment, followed very, very closely by Alistair. Anthony Joshua has moved into third place, just ahead of Robbie Grabart. But these two are a class apart. Wonderful triathletes, good on the track. And Johnny Branley it is who's showing everybody what 800-metre running is all about. Anthony Joshua labouring a little bit in third place.
Come on, boys! See, they look easy.
I know, Jonathan just in the lead there, but do you think Alistair's going to let him win this one?
I don't know, Alistair's doesn't like losing, so Alistair's just sitting on him. It's easy if you're sitting on someone and you come down 200 metres to go, you go past him.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Alistair is in the perfect position to strike here if he wants to, but Johnny has gone off at such a pace, you just wonder how much Alistair's got left. Still, Johnny Branley in the lead. Alistair poised. What has he got left? Anthony Joshua way, way back in third place. And now this is going to be very tough indeed. The last 150.
And Alistair's still not quite there yet, is he?
I think he's going to kick again with 100 metres to go.
It's all to go for.
Yeah, here he is. I told you, he's coming. Go on, boys, it's a close one.
Well, Mo Farah read that race perfectly. Alistair Branley just ahead of his brother Johnny. It's a procession of the Branley brothers across the line. Congratulations to both of them. They put on a superb display. Anthony Joshua obviously likes this track. He won the 100 metres comfortably ahead of Robbie Grabart, who's just fading away from fourth place. Joshua gets third place, and Grabart just manages to find something to finish in fourth ahead of Michael Jameson. That was hard. Andy Triggs-Hodge nursing a quadriceps injury, finishes in sixth. And there goes Peter Wilson, valiantly finishing his 2 laps, finishing outside of 3 minutes, but gets a huge cheer from the crowd. I'm not sure how he's got the energy to smile, but he has finished. But there is our winner. Just a fraction of a second covering the first 2. What a great display of 800-metre running. The Brownleys in the points once more. Alistair winning it, Jonathan in second, and Anthony Joshua a very good third place.
He sat on me the whole way around. It's normally the opposite way around. I know I sit on him, but yeah, he outkicked me there at the end, and well done.
You let him do all the work and you stole the glory.
I did. I knew really that was my own chance, but he went out really hard. I mean, I would have taken it on as well. But he was going so hard, there's not really a lot I could do about it. My fitness isn't quite where I'd like it to be at the moment, but it's not bad to run like 2:03 here, that.
Mo, you got to admit, that was serious, wasn't it?
Oh, that was serious race, serious. It came so close between them. And you know, they were miles ahead. There was 2 completely different races, you saw. But these boys, they look good as well, good form, and it was close.
Being honest, I bet you're pleased you weren't out there, aren't you?
No. They would definitely give me a hard race for sure. But, you know, it's all good.
Halfway through the men's competition, and we have a new leader as Alistair and Jonathan pull ahead of Michael in third. What a finish to the men's 800 metres. Those Brownlee brothers, so competitive.
To the end. I mean, it was the race that we'd hoped for. It didn't disappoint. It was nip and tuck all the way, but didn't Alistair do well?
He
just got it on the end.
On his shoulder and just got it at the end. But another great run from Anthony Joshua as well.
Now, see, that guy is full of all the skills. He really is. Speed, and clearly he's got enough endurance as well. But that comes from the boxing training, but he's also fiercely competitive, which we're starting to see the true Anthony Joshua come out right here at Superstars.
Our celebrity swimmers have been getting advice of the highest calibre. They've been lucky enough to get top tips from none other than Rebecca Adlington.
Basically, I want you guys to just get in and swim to halfway and back, just so I can see what your ability is.
You got hats in there, so.
Yeah. Just show me what you can do, and then I can were better than the girls, I'd say. Laura's got a good swim in, but not so much good start. And Catherine had a good start.
So it's a big welcome to Rebecca to Superstars.
Thank you very much.
What kind of tips have you been giving our water babies?
It's been hard in such a short space of time to kind of pass all my knowledge from the past 12 years onto them. Just trying to get their dive. I think most of them can swim pretty well actually, but it's just about correcting the dive. Obviously here they have the wedge box, which is a bit different for us swimmers, so just giving them a few tips and pointers here and there and telling them not to breathe in the last 5 metres.
I guess breathing is the key, isn't it? I was speaking to Anthony Joshua, and deciding how many breaths you're going to take, how many strokes, before you breathe.
Yeah, definitely. Minimum the better, I think, especially as it's over 50. I breathe quite a lot, but I'm doing 800. I've got loads of laps to do. So I think for this, the minimal breathing, the better, and just the last 5 metres, put your head down and try and get to the wall before the next person.
I know you normally do 800, but we just thought having you here in this fabulous pool, it would be such a waste if we couldn't get you in the pool. And then Michael come in, obviously he's been pulled out of this event, and we had this brilliant idea. You do the freestyle, you do breaststroke, have a little race.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be quite close as well, actually, I think. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
As long as he's doing breaststroke and I'm doing free, it's okay.
and then we thought, well, actually, 2 seems quite lonely, so I hope you don't mind. We thought this man might be able to join in.
What is he wearing?
I'm ready. That's
That is
what I'm
not
wearing.
fair. That is totally not fair with me in a costume. They're illegal, they're banned.
I'm not a swimmer, I'm an ex-runner, an old has-been runner. I'm ready for you.
They're banned.
What do you mean they're banned?
They're illegal.
Not in my local bath.
Ewan, have you decided on your stroke?
Just making it from here to there, and I'm going to try to do freestyle all the way. I'm going to have to breathe quite a lot, and it's going to be a bit of fun, I hope.
On your marks.
Celebrity starter Denise Lewis gets them underway. Lovely start, as always, from Rebecca Adlington. And look at Michael Jameson on the far side. Ewan Thomas got off to a cracking start, but it is beginning to fade just a little bit. And Rebecca is coming back. Adlington has got the endurance factor, that's for sure. Ewan Thomas is going to finish in 3rd place, but who's going to win it? Michael Jameson just taking a little look across there. Adlington wins, Jameson 2nd, and Ewan Thomas finishing in 3rd place. Fun it might have been, but that was serious swimming.
Rebecca, you did it.
Yes, I'm so proud. The girl won.
How hard was that? You haven't swum for ages.
I know, I've not trained for about 4 months, so it was very, very difficult, but I had such a good time. These guys were actually amazing.
Come over here, Ewan. I think you deserve a little bit of acknowledgement for that.
That was so hard, but I am in an illegal suit, so I had a bit of an advantage. But it was an honour to swim against these guys. That never happened again for me, so it was good.
Michael, beaten by a girl.
I got it, just touched out, but no, good fun. It was great fun, and good to see Ewan getting in as well.
I loved it.
He did have to do breaststroke, to be fair to him. To see he did breaststroke, that was pretty awesome.
Oh, can I go back to my real job now?
Yeah, off you go.
Thanks.
Well, Ewan Thomas is a born competitor. There's the lineup for the women's event. Jade Jones, followed by Helen Glover, Catherine Granger and Laura Bechtold-Scheimer in lane 6. Jade Jones has certainly had a good superstar so far, as has Helen Glover. Catherine Granger yet to get in the big points. Is this her time? And Laura Bechtold-Scheimer smiling. Well, we saw some very strange start methods when the girls were training. What can they do this time? Away we go. And certainly Helen Glover has got away to the best start. My goodness, she's absolutely flying. A very impressive display from Helen Glover, heading towards her 2nd victory in a row in Superstars. There's clear water between the leader and everybody else. Helen's got to be careful not to bump into that lane line. And coming through into 2nd is Laura Bechtold-Scheimer, just ahead of Catherine Granger. Jade Jones in 4th place, but a great victory for Helen Glover. Laura finishes 2nd, Catherine Granger, her best position so far in Superstars, and Jade Jones bringing up the rear, just finishing now. But Helen Glover, the star in the swimming pool. Bit of an untidy dive in, but she had such power coming down the pool. Good swimming all the way, and a 2nd big 10 points for Helen Glover. It was a fantastic time as well, 32.26. That'll take a bit of beating even by the men. Laura got second, Catherine third, and Jade Jones in fourth.
How amazing was that?
Oh yeah, I didn't have a clue where I was actually.
Were you telling little fibs? Are you a secret swimmer? Because that technically was brilliant.
Really?
Really?
I haven't swum for years, so...
32.2.
That means nothing to me.
Well, it's quick.
Is it?
Honestly, that was fantastic.
I
You've
didn't have a
ended
clue.
today on a high note.
Cool, thanks.
But Laura, talking about ending today on a high note, you are going into tomorrow the leader over all the
Shut up.
Superstars. Yes, you are. You are winning. Did you expect that?
No.
You must be buzzing.
Don't want to cycle. Don't make me cycle.
Well, you have to. You can't drop out. You're in front.
Okay.
Get a good night's sleep.
All over it.
Get some good dinner. Come back fast tomorrow.
Yes.
So just 3 men contesting their swimming event. Robbie Grabars, Andy Triggs-Hodge and Anthony Joshua. So only 3 men, but it is an intriguing lineup. Robbie Grabars hoping to score big points. Andy Triggs-Hodge hopefully recovered from the injury he sustained in the 100 metres. And up against the winner of that event, Anthony Joshua. Well, Anthony Joshua, head and shoulders just about ahead of these guys. Such a big, big man. Away we go. Nearest the camera there, Robbie Grabars, the Olympic high jump star. Finished off his year with an absolutely brilliant jump, equaling the British record. Going head-to-head with Anthony Joshua at the moment. This is so close. Rebecca Adlington there, intrigued. She can't even tell who's going to get this one. Anthony Joshua perhaps just a whisker ahead at the moment. 10 metres to go. Robbie Grabars has got to try and find something here. Who's got it? Robbie Grabars or Anthony Joshua? I don't know. Andy Triggs-Hodge finishing in third place. That was so close. Well, the victory has been given to Robbie Grabars. Maximum points for him for the first time in Superstars. Anthony Joshua just missing out on the touch. Watch it here. He reaches, couldn't quite make it, had to take another stroke. Nevertheless, it was a very good victory indeed for Robbie Grabars. 32.74, almost half a second slower than Helen Glover in the women's event.
Robbie, I think your reaction says it all. Great swim. Do you know how close it was? No. Yeah. That was all on the push. You needed that. You needed that point twice. I needed that. Wow.
So Laura's leading the field after 5 events, but she's only 2 points ahead of Helen, who has an event in hand. In the men's competition, Alistair holds on to his lead, but both Anthony and Robbie have leapfrogged Jonathan and are closing fast. What a day we've had. Despair, joy, agony, ecstasy, lots of rain as well. But let's just sum it up for the girls first. Who has surprised you in a good way and delighted you with their performances?
It's been a mixed bag, but I think Helen Glover has stood out. Her 800 metres was sublime, total dominance in that. And then again in her swim, completely faultless, so she's done a good job.
Who have you been delighted by?
I think apart from the kayak, where he's going to be devastated he fell in, but Michael Jameson, I think before this competition I thought, yeah, he's a good athlete, but he's an all-round athlete. And I think he's surprised a few people. He's definitely a dark horse, but it's so close. For the guys, I honestly think it could come down to the dreaded gym test. I hope so.
Tomorrow's another day. Should we go to bed, get some rest and get ready for the final day of Superstars? So 3 events left and we start day 2 here at the American Museum in Bath for the bike race. Bit of history in this event. The year 1976, the man in question, Mr. Kevin Keegan.
Keegan on the inside, Van Bintz the other soccer player, and Keegan wobbling a little bit there at the start, trying to put a lot of pressure on. He's wobbling all over the track. Van Bintz is just about half a wheel up at the moment, and Keegan's still wobbling, coming to the first bend, and Van Bintz comes across, and Keegan's gone! Keegan touched the back wheel, and he's gone across the track on his back. Covered in dust, that is a terrible crash. Right across the track on his back, Keegan off, and that's an awful crash.
Probably looked worse than it was, but I just lay still for a minute, trying to feel what was broken or something, but I'm fine.
Nothing broken?
Just, well, a bit grazed, but no harm done. It was just a complete accident.
Ouch. No long-lasting damage, though, for Mr. Keegan. Let's hope there's no road rash in our road race today. Now, our course is about 1 kilometre long. The bad news for our riders, it's mainly uphill. The good news, there's a nice flat section at the end for that all-important sprint finish. Let's get to Denise at the start line.
So, Laura, you had a good day yesterday. Have you seen the course and what do you think of it?
I've seen the course and I'm excited.
Excited? It's not quite the word I was expecting, but that's good news.
No, yeah, it's quite steep. If I get up the hill without having to get off and push, then I'll be pretty pleased with myself.
On your marks. Well, blue skies above for the start, and that certainly will please a lot of the competitors. Nicola Adams there into the lead along with Catherine Granger. Gemma Gibbons there having a bit of a slow start. She's going to have to get a move on. And Nicola has gone off absolutely beautifully here. Just rocking and rolling a little bit. Catherine Granger alongside her. She's so strong and powerful, is Catherine Granger. So many people delighted, of course, when she won her gold medal, her precious gold medal in the Olympic competition after 3 consecutive silvers. What an athlete she is. And there is a winner from the 2 previous events, Helen Glover, who's beginning to make a move now. Helen overtaking Nicola Adams so easily, and Nicola Adams all of a sudden has totally lost it as they head towards this vicious hill. There is Helen Glover alongside Catherine Granger. Nicola Adams still hanging on into 3rd place. And look at this. Catherine Granger has gone from 1st place to 2nd place and quite a long way back in the space of about 50 to 100 metres. Helen Glover looking behind her. Surely she must think now, I've got this 3rd victory in the bag, and she's beginning to pull away again. Little anxious look once more, because you can't write off an athlete like Catherine Granger. Helen Glover again looking behind, but she's heading towards the finish now. One last turn, slows down, just make sure she doesn't crash into anything or come off the bike. It's still wet on the course, but now she can look forward to victory number 3. Another 10 points for Helen Glover. Catherine Granger gets her best points in Superstars so far. She's getting better and better as time goes on. And finally, Nicola Adams coming through very strongly, but she's being chased. And Nicola Adams looks as though she's safe for 3rd place. Gemma Gibbons, after that disastrous start, looking comfortable in 4th. And the overall leader, Laura Bechtolsheimer, coming in 5th there. There's Nicola crossing the line, absolutely delighted. We understand Gemma Gibbons had problems getting into the toe hold. Gemma finishes in 4th place, then Laura, and finally Christina Hurigu. Great result once again, though, for Helen Glover, no doubt about her victory. Catherine Granger, 7 big points for her, and then Nicola got 3rd place.
So Helen, a bit panicky, bad start, was it?
I couldn't get my feet in the baskets like I wanted to. And so I was coasting along, I wasn't pedalling, and I looked up and I was like, Catherine's at the bottom of the hill already. She started climbing, so I was like, sprint. But, I mean, I've been back at training. Rowers are good at cycling, and I've been back at training a little longer than Catherine, so I think she's a demon on stuff like this. So I definitely had a head start in the fact that I've been out on the bike a little bit lately.
So Helen takes the lead in the women's event, 5 points clear of Laura, with Nicola another 5 points adrift in 3rd place. So nobody's done a Keegan so far. Let's hope our men can stay upright too.
The dreaded bike ride. Peter, how are you feeling?
I'm utterly terrified, but if I can just about beat Mo here, I will be pretty happy.
What do you think of that, Mo? Come on, you're going to hold it together for the athletes, aren't you?
I've got to get him back, haven't I? After kayaking, oh my, that was a disgrace, so I'm hoping to do something better here.
On your marks. Well, Anthony Joshua in around 3rd place in the light blue there. He's certainly the powerhouse amongst these guys. And Mo Farah having problems getting his toes in the grips as well. But Anthony Joshua, I wonder how he's going to fare over 1 kilometre of distance. Does a lot of road work, of course, for his boxing. but this is slightly different. Peter Wilson there looks comfortable in second place. Robbie Grabars coming alongside Anthony Joshua, just as he was in the 100 metres for about 60 or 70 metres. Then Anthony Joshua pulled away. This really is an intriguing lineup, but it's Anthony Joshua who's taken this event by the scruff of the neck. Robbie Grabars it is in second place, goes past the giant boxer. Robbie Grabars really out of his saddle now, head down, legs pumping. This is going to hurt. And Robbie Grabars is being cheered on with everybody else by the Brownlee brothers there. They've been prevented from taking part in this cycling contest. Mo Farah in 5th place, and then Peter Wilson. But Michael Jamieson is up on the shoulder of Anthony Joshua, who's taken over the lead once again. This is a fascinating contest. Anthony Joshua, we know he can sprint, but there was always a question mark about his endurance as well. Andy Triggs-Hodge on the far side there, wearing the purple top, all of a sudden has come into contention, and Robbie Grabars has lost about 25 metres. We're coming into the last couple of 100 metres of the course. This turn, this sharp right-hand turn into the finish area could be a real test. Anthony Joshua tentatively round Andy Triggs-Hodge there. Just took a bit of a bump on the road. Anthony Joshua looking around, coming through, victorious Tour de France style. Andy Triggs-Hodge just in second, ahead of Michael Jamieson. Wow, that was close.
Did you get him on the line? Anthony, you were showboating there. Did you get it? Did you get it?
So it's about. I know I got it.
Now, you're a massive man, yeah? Big legs. There must be some lactic in them bad boys. Does that hurt?
It does.
Well, there's another man over there who's in serious pain. Come on, hang on to me. How bad was that?
That was cool, man. There was some great action up the hill there. People throwing all at it, and then on the top, just riding out, trying to spin. I tried to go up a gear, but my legs, my quads are just completely gone.
And Anthony gave it a little bit of showboating towards the line, and I thought you were going to pip him.
Oh, God, that would have been beautiful. No, Anthony deserves that. He's a great guy. Like, he put a lot into that. I'm looking forward to seeing him in the dip test as well, because he's going to rule.
Well, you've got a couple of events to go. You've just got to keep digging in.
Keep
You're
going,
nearly there.
keep getting there. Exactly. Last week.
That was so close, but it's victory for Anthony Joshua. Andy Triggs-Hodge, his best result so far. Michael Jamieson in 3rd.
That win for Anthony means he's the new leader, 6 points clear of Alistair, but Robbie and Michael are hot on his heels. Time now for our only Superstars field event, and we're focusing on throwing.
Indeed we are. It's the javelin. They've had a bit of practice under the guidance of former British international and now prominent coach Ken Holmes, who was watching that the athletes did step over the line, but Lizzie Armistead got her first throw out to 13.57. Then came Catherine Granger, strong and powerful, way over 20 metres, 22.49. That took the lead. Well, this was the first round of 3, and the best outright throw, of course, wins. Gemma Gibbons' first throw, also over 21 metres, 21.92. And then to the former Olympic 400-metre champion, Christina Huragu, who found this event difficult. Her first throw, 13 metres 59. Jade Jones, she went a little further, 19 metres 73. All the men would get their chance very shortly. And finally, Helen Glover drew the first round to a close, being cheered all the way. Didn't make a huge amount of difference. 15 metres 57 for Helen. By the time we finished round 2, Catherine Granger was still in the lead, but didn't make any improvement with that second round. The big mover, though, was Lizzie Armistead. 18.25, moved into 4th place. A last throw for Lizzie Armistead after that brilliant second round throw for her. A little bit of a muted cheer there from everybody. Lizzie's final throw, 14 metres 98. So now we see the overall leader in the javelin, Catherine Granger. Could this be her first victory in this year's Superstars? Hits it hard, it's not bad, it floats out there. And that is a superb throw. 24 metres 93, by far and away the longest throw that we've seen. Appreciated by the crowd, but it won't be appreciated by the rest of the competitors, that's for sure. Gemma Gibbons, her best throw so far, 21 metres 92. That came in the first round. Had a foul last time. Smiling all the way, but hits it hard. That could be good, and I tell you what, that could challenge Catherine Granger's best throw. Catherine's 24.93 leads the way at the moment, so those are the figures everybody will be listening to. Oh my goodness, 24.49, she's in second place. Now can Christina Hurrigu move up the leaderboard? Her best so far, 15.66, it's got to go further. Went a little bit sideways, just inside that sector line. If it had hit the sector line or gone outside, that would have been a foul. So 18.09 Christina Hurrigu improves to. Jade Jones, 19.73, her best effort so far. Oh, just topped it. Well, that won't improve her position. 17.40 it's been measured at.
Well, Christine just had a massive throw. It does mean the pressure's massively on because you're in last place now.
That's so annoying. I was counting on Christine to stay behind me.
Well, you're not an Olympic champion for nothing, so get out there. The pressure's on.
I need my game
do
face on.
Do yourself proud. Get out there. Come on.
Come on.
So a bit of psyching up by Ewan Thomas for Helen Glover. And this is her weakest event so far. And who knows what she can do in the last round. 15.57 and then 15.90. That's going to land tail first. So that is a foul for Helen Glover. Great result for Catherine Granger, though. Gemma Gibbons in second, and the tiny Jade Jones gets third. That was very good indeed.
Well, Denise Lewis, it turns out that Catherine Granger may have a new sport.
She's got some hidden talent, but I'm glad she managed to pull it out in the javelin. She was really good.
Yeah, she had a great bike as well, so she's having a strong day today. And Gemma as well, not surprising perhaps, with her upper body strength, she was going to be good.
Yeah, Gemma really found that, I think, easier than she thought. I think she was a little worried beforehand, but she came into her own, got better and better as the rounds went on, like Catherine. So two really good throws from those girls.
Helen extends her lead to 7 points with just one event to go, but Laura and Jade can still steal the title away from her.
Well, in the men's javelin, it was Peter Wilson who got us underway in the first round. The first of three throws. And getting as much encouragement as he could possibly get. Almost taking a run up as far as Steve Backley would have done back in his heyday. And the crowd almost having to remind Peter that it was to be thrown with one arm and not two. So after a stuttering run-up, it did land point first, but Peter Wilson fouled it by going over the line with his right foot. So it was down to Andy Triggs-Hodge, big, tall and muscular, but the javelin must land point first, and it didn't happen, so that was a foul for him too. Then along came Mo Farah. He sped up to the line and launched the javelin. The only valid throw so far, and it was long as well. 35 metres 55 for the double Olympic champion. Then it was Johnny Brownlee, master of his trade when it comes to three events in the triathlon, but could he master the javelin? The answer was no. It landed flat, not point first, and that was a foul too. Then a man who's seen many javelin throws in the past, Robbie Grabarts as high jumper star. Not a bad run-up, but again, landed flat, and that too was a foul. Two throws to go for Grabarts. Then a chance for Alistair Brownlee. We've seen what expertise he had in other events, but that, I think, was the first time many of the crowd had seen a javelin land backwards. And then Anthony Joshua. Everybody was wondering how far the big man could throw it, but he fouled his first throw. So lots of fouls in the first round. Mo Farah was definitely leading.
Guys, end of the first round, and there's only one person on the board, and that is Mo. Now listen, Peter, I'll say for you, The prize for the fantastic run-up goes to you, but there is a line, and you've crossed it all weekend, not just in the javelin. What's going on?
Yeah, I have crossed it, and I forgot there was a line on this one, and just kept running. I think I would have run the entire length if someone hadn't shouted stop. So.
And Anthony, obviously, a monster throw, but a foul throw there. The pressure's on.
It's the pressure, honestly. I just wanted to put so much into it. I've ended up taking myself with the javelin, so that's the problem.
And the one man that we know keeps his composure always is you, Mo. You're on the leaderboard. You're winning it.
Yeah, it's still not over yet, but, you know, it's a good start. And, yeah.
You actually looked up for it, though. You know, on the run-up, you looked. So I saw the proper Mo. I saw the ice.
I saw the ice.
I've got to take it seriously. I've been finishing, like, towards the back the last couple of events, so I've got to take it in. Well,
you're doing fantastic. In fact, I think you can stand on your own because you're the only one who's registered in. Or you, boys. You see this professional here? That's what you're aiming at. In fact, you owe him the Mobot. Let's have a Mobot. You owe him that. Yeah.
Now Peter Wilson needs a mark on the board now. Grits his teeth, gets the javelin out, and that will be a valid throw. 26 metres 22. Andy Triggs-Hodge. Is that going to be a foul again? I think it is. Gets the red flag, landed flat. Mo Farah, the leader. Just went out to the side a bit, and that is out of the sector. So even the leader makes a mistake. Johnny Brownlee, landed tail first, hardly went anywhere. Robbie Grabarts. That's not bad, you know. It's not going to land point first, though, so that will be a foul too. Robbie Grabart's in trouble. 2 fouls out of 2. Alistair Brownlee. Javelin went all over the place last time. He gets a mark in this time. Alistair Brownlee 16.08, but at least he's got a mark on the board. Now Anthony Joshua needs something now. Not great technique, but the javelin's sailing out. And it's 36 metres 55. He goes into the lead. Well, nothing changed overall in the third and final round, so there is the result. Joshua wins, Farah in second, and Peter Wilson's best result in Superstars so far, he finishes third.
Big fella, Anthony, 10 more points in the bag. I can tell you, with the dreaded gym test to come, you already are crowned Superstars Champion 2012. Well done.
Hey!
How does it feel?
It feels great. That's what I come here to do. I was playing it down the whole way, saying that no one's trained for it. It's all a bit of fun, but deep down I wanted to win.
So confirmation, no one can catch the big man. Anthony takes the Superstars crown in spectacular style, but only 7 points separate second to sixth on the leaderboard. Now one for all of you of a certain age. There's one man who is synonymous with the Superstars gym test, and we simply couldn't go on without a nod to the great Brian Jacks.
100 up, and there's time enough.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
This is quite incredible. What a challenge from Brian Jacks. 118, if they all score, he's done it. And the new Superstars record is his.
61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68,
All scores
69,
wiped out.
71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77,
That record now looking in doubt.
81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86,
There he goes.
88, 89, 90, 91, 92.
Oh, he's enjoying this.
94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
Yes! 100 for Brian Jacks, and still seconds left of the minute.
It's gotta hurt. You know how much it hurts. I mean, I'm not sure that records are going to be broken today, but it's going to feel like agony.
It is agony, it's torture, it's not just only physically tough, it's mentally challenging. And the girls, some of the girls that I've seen, they don't like the dips, they haven't done it before, but they're going to have to push themselves, because as you know, it's a combined total, both the dips and the squats. So if you're not so good at the dips, hit the squats hard, but just go for it. It's the last one of the last 2 days, so go for it.
All up here.
All in the mind.
And here, and here.
And here.
You've got it, girls. Well, first up, it was Christina Hurigu up against Lizzie Armistead. And as the clock was ticking away, it was Christina Hurigu just in the lead. She finished on 70. Lizzie very close on 68. Next, we saw Nicola Adams go head-to-head with Gemma Gibbons. And But everybody thought that Nicola Adams would be one of the athletes to beat in the gym test, but she faded badly towards the finish. She eventually ended up with 62 squat thrusts up against Gemma Gibbons' 67. Next up, it was Catherine Granger up against Jade Jones. And it was the rowing star, Catherine Granger, on the left-hand side who had the advantage. She achieved 68. And Jade Jones, it looked as though she'd got many, many more, but found difficulty in negotiating the battens which are stretched across the mat. Jade Jones, 58. So our final pairing is Helen Glover, the overall leader, up against Laura Bechtolsheimer. And this is going to be a grueling minute of activity from both of these ladies. Laura's been competing so well in Superstars so far. And unlike, of course, the great Brian Jacks, who made this event his absolute own in Superstars way back, when he was sliding across the surface, those battens have been put in place so that sliding cannot take place. So Helen Glover, steady as a rock. Laura's going well too, although she's slowed down a little bit. And she's missing a few there as well. The judges will take that into account. Helen Glover chasing Christina Hurugu's 70, which leads at the moment. And certainly when you start to get tired, every little step backwards and forwards is agony, I can promise you. Helen Glover really way ahead at the minute. Laura not too far behind, but one or two of those squat thrusts will be discounted. And there goes the whistle. Helen Glover finishes with a magnificent total, 84. Laura finishes on 68. And Jade Jones on 58. That really is going to affect her chances of lifting this title.
Well, unfortunately, a little bit of sad news for us. Catherine, you've picked up a slight injury in the shoulder there.
Yeah, I think it was probably through the javelin, which was a brilliant event for me, obviously. I knew it was a little bit niggly, and then doing the squat thrust definitely aggravated it. So they've advised me not to go ahead and do the dips.
And so it was a chance for the men next. Peter Wilson had a tough one. He was up against Andy Triggs-Hodge. And Peter Wilson, while he had a valiant attempt at the squat thrust, he scored 60. But Andy Triggs-Hodge set the standard for everybody else and went out to 83 repetitions. Andy Triggs-Hodge was in his element. Next up, it was Michael Jamieson, who was up against Jonathan Brownlee. And Michael Jamieson on the left-hand side of the screen was going like a train. Johnny Brownlee trying to keep pace. Well, Andy Triggs-Hodge had set the standard at 83. Michael Jamieson was just short of that, 81 repetitions. Johnny Brownlee, 69. Next on the floor, it was Mo Farah against Robbie Grabars, the two athletes going head-to-head. And Mo Farah, unfortunately, encountered the same problem as Jade Jones had done in the women's. A lot of his squat thrusts were disallowed. So Robbie Grabars stole a march, 72 repetitions, as opposed to Mo Farah's 57. Disappointment for the distance star. And so finally it's come down to Alistair Brownlee and Anthony Joshua to put on a display for the crowd and try and make good points. Anthony Joshua, he really is going very quickly indeed. Maybe those long legs will make short shrift of those batons spread across the mat. Anthony Joshua really is going well. The leader at the moment in the squat thrust, of course, is Andy Triggs-Hodge, 83 reps. Michael Jamieson, 81. And that certainly would take a bit of beating. I wonder if Alistair Brownlee has got one eye on Johnny, his brother's figures of 69. This is a relentless pace set by Joshua. You'd expect that from a gold medal boxer. The boxer's so fit. Alistair Brownlee fit in a different way, and now both of them beginning to suffer just a little bit. Anthony Joshua heading towards 70. Alistair Brownlee's going to finish on 65. And Joshua, the champion, of course, 72 reps altogether. A fascinating overall result. Andy Triggs-Hodge is the best squat thruster there. 83 repetitions, just ahead of Michael Jamieson. And the second gym test, of course, is the dips, a Superstars classic. Lizzie Armistead went on her own because of the withdrawal of Catherine Granger. She managed just 2, which lifted her total for the 2 exercises to 70. Next up, it was Christina Hurigu against Nicola Adams. Both athletes fancied their chances at the dips contest, and so it proved to be. Christina Hurigu amassed 24, Nicola Adams 21. Good totals for both. Next up, it was Jade Jones up against Gemma Gibbons, and Jade Jones had to produce something special here to keep her hopes alive after a disappointing squat thrust. She did well. She equaled Christina Hurigu, 24 dips, and that gave her an overall total of 82. Gemma Gibbons tried her heart out. She scored 15, but also scored a total of 82, combining the squat thrust with the dips. No lack of effort from either competitor. And so it's come down to the final pairing, Helen Glover and Laura Bechtelsheimer, to decide Superstars 2012. Laura on the left-hand side, Helen on the right, and Helen has amassed so many points so far, certainly in the squat thrust, that it looks as though with her first dip, she's going to go ahead. Look at the technique of Laura. A little bit of a cycling action there. Just finding life a little bit tough on the parallel bars. But she's managing to get quite a few. Helen Glover just taking her time. The leading dip scores so far are held by both Jade Jones and Christina Hurigu on 24 each. Well, those elbows have got to go down to 90 degrees and then back up to the straight position to be counted as a dip. And Laura, well, she's just short of 90 there. Maybe that one wasn't counted. You can take a rest within the time limit. Helen Glover still going well. And that is it. And certainly unofficially, it looks as though Helen Glover has done enough to take the Superstars title and win the gym test as well. Helen Glover confirmed as the winner of the gym test, Christina Hurigu in second and Nicola Adams in third. But who officially is the champion?
The results are in, and it couldn't have finished much closer than this. I can tell you only half a point separated third and second. Third was yourself, Laura. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Very strange technique, I must admit, with the legs kicking out.
That might need a bit of work, I think, yeah.
Jade, really strong to get second place.
Yeah, and I obviously got it. Hopefully it's back on next year. I'm going to train my ass up.
You're gutted with second.
Yeah, but hopefully we all come back again and do it again.
Well, there can only be one winner today. Fantastic, you were an absolute beast on that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think I had an advantage going last because I could see what everyone else did and what I needed to get. So, but no, it was fun. It's been just like the best weekend ever with these guys. It's been amazing. So much fun.
Well done, Helen. In the end, a victory by 14.5 points. Jade's gym test sealed second, and Laura's consistency is rewarded with third place overall.
And so it's the turn of the men now. Andy Triggs-Hodge, he leads off alongside Peter Wilson. Well, Peter Wilson has had a smile on his face right since the beginning of the competition. He found the dips a little bit tough, only scoring 6. Andy Triggs-Hodge did a little better. A rowing star, 26 in total, to add to his 83 squat thrust, a total of 109. Next up, we saw Michael Jameson, who went head-to-head with Johnny Brownlee. And Johnny Brownlee and Michael Jameson went off very quickly indeed, but Michael Jameson began to show his class early doors. He scored 46 in total. Absolutely wonderful. Johnny Brownlee only scored 9. But Michael Jameson's total for the 2 events, 127. That was a big lead over everybody. Then it was a chance for the athletes. Mo Farah up against Robbie Gravars. Well, Mo found the squat thrust a little bit difficult, but was quite impressive in the dips for a middle distance runner, not renowned for having great upper body strength. Robbie Grabow's taking a little pause there, but was headed towards a fine total. And Robbie, in the end, given 30 for a total of 102. Mo Farah scored 18. And then finally, Alistair Brownlee up against our champion, Anthony Joshua. Great things expected of Anthony Joshua on the left-hand side. He's been a wonderful athlete all the way through Superstars, making these dips look very easy indeed. He's a big, tall fella. Alistair Brownlee, well, his aim is to get equal with his brother Johnny, who scored 9 repetitions altogether. And look at the contrast in rhythm and strength and endurance. Anthony Joshua, of course, chasing the overall total of 127 by Michael Jamieson, just to re-emphasize his superiority in this Superstars competition. He's going well. He's going to have to score well over 50, though, and that might be a big ask even for this giant boxer. Alistair Brownlee just finding it all a little bit too much on the strength front anyway. And finally, Anthony Joshua begins to come to a halt. What has he got left? There's a couple more repetitions there for our Superstars champion. Brownlee finishes on 6. Anthony Joshua, 50 repetitions, but there is the winner of the gym test, Michael Jamieson. And a comfortable winner he was in the end. 127 his total. But what does this result mean to the overall scoring of Superstars? It's over to you, Ewan.
Right, the results are in. This honestly couldn't be any closer. Big man, we know you've won that. A monster effort in the dips. You got to 50.
Yeah.
But to win that gym test, you actually needed a few more. You just missed out there.
I missed out on the gym test?
Yep.
Wow. So I'd like to know who won the gym test now.
Well, I think we all want to know. And the winner of the gym test, which changes a lot, it was yourself, Michael. Ooh. So 10 points there means you go to 2nd place overall.
Yeah, delighted with that. I think the gym test is a prestigious event. That's the one everyone wants to win, but kind of earmarked this all weekend, but delighted with it. Brilliant.
Well, we know 1st and 2nd. I can tell you 3rd was actually a tie for points between Alistair and Robbie. So there can only be one bronze medalist. We've gone to count back, and because Alistair won 2 individual events, you came 3rd.
Thank you. Brilliant. Thanks very much. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky.
You gave it everything there, though, in the gym test.
Yeah, I tried to make up some distance there and gap him, but it wasn't enough.
Well, I think you've all been absolutely fantastic over these 2-day periods. Everybody, round of applause for the men, the Superstars.
Congratulations to Anthony on the title, and it's a well-deserved 2nd for Michael after his stunning gym tests. Alistair gets 3rd, just. Ladies and gentlemen, your Superstars champions 2012, Helen Glover and Anthony Joshua. All that remains is to say goodbye from Denise, Ewan, me, and of course, all our amazing Superstars. It's goodbye.
No need to keep your receipt next year on BBC One. It's the gift of money as 2 pub quizzers are playing for their secret fortune.